Hi Glam Squad, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how I got this exact look right here. Everything that I used on my face will be linked down below, so you guys don't have to worry about like taking notes. And like I always suggest people who watch my video, I feel like you should be doing your makeup and watching it at the same time because I don't want you to forget everything I just taught you tomorrow, okay? So let's get right into this video.
Glam Squad, Glam Squad, Glam Squad.
So here I am barefaced. The first thing I start with is primer. I already prepped my skin. I kind of warm it up a little bit and then I press it in. In my opinion, if your skin feels a little tacky, it's ready for foundation. So for foundation today, I'm going to be using the Born This Way. I use the shade Mocha. They have two versions, hydrating and matte. I use the hydrating one because I tend to use a lot of powder on my skin. So I pump about one full pump onto my brush and I kind of just stagger it around my face. And then I work it in tapping motion. I like full coverage, so that's why I do it in tapping motion. If you want more of a sheer coverage, then you can just swirl it on. Make sure you guys get your ears and try not to put too much foundation on your forehead or maybe nothing at all. Like personally, I don't need much coverage there, so I just leave it like that because what happens is as the day goes by, I start to crease and like you can just tell I have a lot of makeup on when I put foundation on my forehead. Make sure that you guys are also dragging that foundation down your necks. No matter if you feel like it's the perfect match, always drag it down your neck. So now I'm gonna go into this contour stick from Fenty Beauty. It's in the shade Espresso. I don't ever do this. I kind of just grab my brush, right? I'm using a stippled brush and it kind of just picks them up like this. And I never even go directly like that. I always make sure that I like do this in the back of my hands because I don't want it to come off too strong. And then I kind of just build the contour in tapping motion. So now to conceal, I'm going to use the Born This Way concealer in the shade Caramel. And then to brighten my under eye, I'm going to use the shade Sand, which is like 3 to 4 shades lighter. So key points to hit is the inner corner of the eye. You definitely want to hit the outer corner of the eye. And you also want to get around the nose. In reality, you're good with just this much concealer. Me personally, I work in the makeup field, so I want to look extremely glamorous. So I go ahead and I actually pick a little more concealer and I drag it out. Just like this. So now usually I just let it sit for a minute or two. Again, I like full coverage, so I'm always gonna blend out in tapping motion. And for the most part under your eyes, you should always blend in tapping motion. When I'm done blending that concealer, I go back into my contour brush and I kind of bring that contour back a little bit because sometimes the concealer kind of covers it when you're blending it out. And I don't know, it just gives a nice even transition when I do this. So now with a damp sponge, you're gonna blend out that concealer one more time. So what this does, it picks up any extra concealer that you don't need. And it also makes it look more blended, like it looks more smooth. For setting powder today, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty setting powder in the shade Banana. So I like to go into my sponge, right? I'll press in to pick up some powder. And before I go ahead and damp it, which is a mistake that a lot of people make, I put it in the back of my hands. right, just like this. And I also make sure that my under eye is not creased at all, because if not, you'll be setting those creases and we do not want that. So I blend it, blend it, blend it, and then I stamp it. And I just keep pressing the powder into my skin. And as you guys can see, I'm not putting too much powder because right now I'm setting. When I bake, which is my next step, you guys are gonna see that I put a lot more powder on. So let me finish setting my face in the same motion. So I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do around my mouth area, and I'm gonna do my eyes. I also do my forehead. I don't have any product there, but I'm still gonna set it. So now I'm gonna go into the air spun powder and I'm gonna bake my under eye. I'm gonna go into this peach powder from Too Faced. I think this is an online exclusive, like you can only find it on their online website. And this is a caramelized peach color. So I'll show you what I mean. This is like everything. So the powder looks like this. It's not completely translucent. It has a little bit of tone to it. So I'll take this powder, right? Pick some up, dust some off. I love translucent powder, you guys, it's everything. And then I kind of just stamp this wherever, oop, that was a little too much. I kind of just stamp this wherever I contoured. So right here, a little on my forehead. Now I go into this Black Radiance powder. I'm gonna use the shade 9202. Using that same brush, it's an angled brush. Just gonna work that into my skin. So what this is gonna do is gonna bring color. I love to look bronzy. And especially on camera, you guys, like you need to warm that skin up. Now I'm gonna go into blush. I use a shade like this. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna try to link this, but I bought this in Ulta maybe like a year ago, and yeah, I don't know the shade because I depot them and I put them here. Anyway, a shade like this will look gorgeous. I hit pan, you know that I love it. So I'm gonna use that same brush that I used for bronzer. And I also do this, guys, just because I do not want like too much blush. And again, I stamp it into my face. Tap, 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 tap. And I kind of work it into my contour. I put a little bit on my temple. I'm gonna go into this Too Faced Focus powder, and I'm just gonna put this like right here, just to kind of make my contour a little more sharp. And then I brush whatever's left off on the brush under my eyes. Kind of just do this. Honestly, I put this literally everywhere that I put baking powder. Sometimes it looks a little gray or a little white, and I do not want it to look like that. So especially when you brighten your under eye, like if I would have brightened my under eye, this step would have been a must, literally. Now I'm gonna go into one of these shimmers here. I'm honestly feeling less dazzled today, so I'm gonna go into Glow. And literally with my finger, I just put that down my nose. Eyeliner, honestly, I'm just gonna do it on camera, but I feel like you guys should watch a whole separate video on eyeliner because your eye shape and all this extra stuff. I'm gonna be able to do it super quick, obviously, because I do it almost every day on myself. But again, watching a video on exactly just eyeliner will probably help you get a more perfect eyeliner, because after your skin looks like this, which is easier to achieve, I don't want you to mess up your eyes. So now I'm just gonna set my face. The more hydrating your setting spray is, the better off you will be, because we used so much powder. So this is my final look, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something in today's video. If you guys have any questions, any comments, leave them in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching my video. I'll see you guys in the next video.